Hey, what's up, YouTube? So today's the day of the transition, as we may call it. I have almost every single piece of gear finally bought, and it's kind of sad because it's gonna be the last day of me playing a little bit of the Blade Blast build. I had a blast playing the build, quite literally, and it did every single content. I was able to do the Shaper Guardian invitation, the Elder Guardian, the rewritten distant memory ones, and finally I did the Breach invitation. It took me 3 tries, but eventually I got lucky and Una told spawn first, and I completely owned him in the beginning, and he died. Did a trial master yesterday, so everything's been looking pretty good. I even found a Zoph's amulet for it was actually my biggest drop of the league. Some amulet worth like 4 Exalts. I had no idea what it was until someone in my chat told me to pick it up because I was doing a Zoth breach, and I guess the amulet means that it was pretty much guaranteed to be Zoth amulet. So this character was pretty much exactly what I imagined it would be. It was very strong. In the early game, it didn't have the best of single target damage, but it was also a very strong bossing character because it could have a lot of burst damage, so you would be running around the boss fight and then put down your sigil and arcane cloak, and most of your damage would be concentrated within that 2 second period, which makes it very good for bossing. Most of my gear was very cheap overall, and let's get into the gear overview one last time to see what I actually ended up with. So yesterday was actually the first day I didn't really upgrade the gear at all in this character. I did do one little thing though what makes a huge difference. So you have this like rampage axe right in the offhand. Now I was using this one, so let me go to the Blood Aqueducts and show you how and why this axe is OP. We can't use this on the aura stacker though because we have some auras with Prism Guardian, so it will turn the auras off. But say you have this axe right, and we have enough damage to kill like a mob. So if you just kill one mob and then you weapon swap back, you can see that we have rampage, and then you can keep this up the whole time. Now this is very useful because you're doing ultimatums and stuff, and rampage completely carries ultimatums, and if you use it, it'll be much stronger. So you pretty much just press X and you weapon swap back. Now the only thing of note is that you have to have clarity in the axe too, so your auras don't turn off, because I have clarity in my weapon. So whatever auras you have on your weapon, you will have to keep it on the. You will have to keep the or if you have any auras on your body, you have to keep it on the axe too. Now I guess my other aura is on my ring, so it doesn't matter when I weapon swap. But let's see here. So the blood rate, the crown of the inward eye is still the same as Zeri's foible. I forgot you could use fertile catalyst on this item, so make sure to use that if you're planning to play this build long term. Makes a pretty big difference. This is a Raft Gem with Essence Swarm, still the same ring, still the same weapons. Now, if I was to upgrade this build further, I would go crit. This weapon already has crit chance for spells, so you probably prioritize getting multi on the weapons too. Now, the weapons are really not that hard to get because there's some insane rares out there from Ultimatum. Like, if Ultimatum has given us anything, it is insane rare items with like life and tri-res for extremely cheap. Now, the gloves are still the same, belt and boots. I would recommend getting this boot enchant, mana regen if you cast a spell recently. It helps a lot with the mana regen during boss fights or mapping, and has made it a lot smoother. Same flask situation. I don't know if I would change anything about the flask. The only suggestion I could possibly have is dropping the silver flask and using an onslaught on kill jewel, and maybe running either a more defensive or offensive flask. So defensive flask is you have a granite or jade flask, or even like taste of hate. Offensive flask you can use a wise oak for more pen. And the clusters are the same the situation. I would still get another one here of liquid inspiration and like something that gives flash mana recovery rate, but I never really upgraded this one. I would have to do some other large cluster that didn't split so badly. But at this point, this build was able to kill everything except I didn't do any of the Shaper or Fear. But Shaper should be a joke. Fear is not too bad either. And Uber Elder I did multiple times as standard. I I did Maven too. Never did a Zeri or Uber Zeri, but if you had Reflect Immunity, it would be fine. So the build was able to do everything, and total cost of this build is pretty much all the rares are like really cheap. Like no rare will be more than like 10 chaos. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 40 chaos for all the rares, 50 chaos maybe. 6 link cloak is like expensive though, but you get by with a 6 link cloak of flames, which is what I would recommend for like 20 to 30 C. There's foibles at 1x. This one's like 10 C. I think this is probably like 20, 30 C now. And you can get really good enchants on helmets now. So you could probably get a blade fall, an extra volley of blade fall, which is really good, or blade blast area. These gloves are like 8x though, but you could get by with just a rare gloves with socketed spells have what's it called? Faster casting and blind. And that should be relatively inexpensive. So this is a perfect league starter for transitioning. It has everything. It's very tanky compared to like the Inquisitor builds that I know a lot of people do, or even Assassin one. With Arcane Cloak, this character is quite literally unkillable. 6,415 buffer, and then like 8k life. So 14k total EHP. And not to mention all the dodge and spell dodge. But that's it for this character. Now is the juicy part. In the stack it up tab, we have the future aura stacking gear. And we didn't really get many new items besides flasks yesterday. Although I also have a very cool tech, so I'm gonna go over the jewels. Been trying to corrupt these pure talents. They cost 3 chaos each. I don't know how much they actually are. For the RMR, it's 4 exalts. Man, it feels weird to say RMR because now it's RSR. Reduced skill reservation. RSR reminds me of RSI. Repetitive strain injury. So bad memories. So we have Conqueror's efficiency. These two I still want to get RMR. Could use a Transcendent Flesh, but I still haven't bought it yet. Now I ended up with 7 dual multi RMR jewels. Now I think these jewels are actually very expensive. Now I have a better trading link where I have all of the searches. So you can see these jewels are up to 5x now. Before I bought all of these at like 1 exalt. So this is a very good purchase to buy. I bought them at 1x and now they're like 6x. So I have 7 of these. So this is like 42x already in jewels just because I bought it early on. Bought this large cluster yesterday, Blast Freeze, which I believe is probably better than Snowstorm in terms of like survivability for Ultimatum. But we'll see how it goes. And I have another one of these Burden Projection ones for Spell Leech. And now we have the first among Purposefuls, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 replenishing and first amongs. This is probably too many because this is for like a voices setup, 3 voices. I actually rolled another one. I spent all league doing harvest to try to get first among replenishing by re-rolling with the reforges, and I only got 1 out of the whole time. Now I bought this Nebulous, pretty good implicit and also multi and lightning damage, cold damage with being really well rolled. Now for Nebula, something to keep in mind is that you should prioritize the roll a lot higher than most people. A lot of people just look for the implicit, but then it has bad rolls on it, and 1% roll is 15% elemental damage, so just keep that in mind and don't get like a really bad one unless you plan to divine it also. Now Alpha's how I'm still using this with a 50% aura reservation. Now this is the big secret. I did not know you had to get a synthesized reduced reservation of skills on an amulet. This makes this amulet very easy to craft. So this one has 41% multi, 42 in, 18% ES. So it's like pretty good. Now in order to get this, you just have to buy the base. I'm not sure how much the base actually is, but the base means that you can get one a lot better. So let me show you how you can search up this. Because a lot of people ask, how do I look up at RMR? So you do reservation of, and then it brings up this. Now it's not mana reservation anymore because it's just global reservation. You click this. Now you want to look for amulet, right? Now this might be expensive because I got mine for 80 chaos, but it's like 2 exalts. But 2 exalts is definitely worth it over trying to buy the other one. So I'm gonna save this thing here. So I'm gonna show you how to use better trading real fast. You register it, amulet synthesized RMR. So I'll include this in the search. So you just look at all of these, and these are the basic cluster stuff that you'll need. And every video I'll update it so it's slightly better and better. So you use that, you use the essence for multi. I don't have another one, I think, or maybe I do. Where did it go? Actually, maybe. Oh yeah, this one. You want to use this one here on an amulet, and that's how you roll one that's really good, like mine. And belt, I have Darkness and Throne. I'm using this thing. So this thing is actually giving me like 20% multi nearly and 8% cast speed. So I feel like it's very good. I was thinking if you can get percent chance to be stunned. So if you got 2% chance to be stunned on modules, you could get 80% stun immunity and get two of these implicits, and you'd be 100% stun immune, which I feel would be insane. But that's just the idea I had. You can also use a regular Stygian for more defense. But I feel like this belt is pretty good, and especially when we need armor so badly with the nerf to the amulet. And Doriani's Delusion, if you're gonna be playing Spark or EK, you probably want the Void Walkers if possible, since you want Pierce. Now, oh yeah, I bought this ring yesterday for 8 Exalts. Now, this is another item that I know will go up in price because of how expensive stuff is generally. And this ring I expect it to be 40 to 50x. Let's see if there's even one up right now. Where's my other old Call of the Brotherhood search? Here we go, Call of Brotherhood search. Yeah, 30x already. So let's see if there's any on. Yeah, so it's already got up by like 22x in that short span of time. So very good purchase, since it actually gives you more like return than actually buying a mirror or something. This physical damage from taking as fizz lightning damage is really good because our physical mitigation is sketchy, so this helps out a lot. And now we have the flask. I finally bought a Cinder Swallow urn with crit chance, and then I bought a Bottle of Faith that was well rolled. Make sure to get 10% increased damage taken to enemies, and that's very important too, along with the crit. Then I bought a bunch of these gems, kind of leveled up, not all awakened yet. Awakened Spell Echo is a huge damage boost, so probably one of the first gem upgrades we will want to get. And yeah, just a bunch of 21 gems. Make sure you get 21 purities, otherwise you will not have 90% res even in a +2 helmet. And oh yeah, Phantasmal Smite is another good one, not too expensive. So all that's left is I'm missing a Watcher's Eye, I'm missing a Pure Talent Armor Corrupting Blood, and I'm missing one Voices. So we're pretty much ready to swap. I'll be doing it live on stream today as soon as I get enough currency, and I'm actually super looking forward to it because this build, as fun as it was, it's just not the same as an Aura Stacker. So I'm gonna go over this section real fast. So a lot of people ask me what I do to make money on stream right now in the game and what Atlas region I'm currently doing. I'm currently doing Lyra Ardain, and I'm doing the Beasts with natural selection. So beasts are more likely to be uncommon. And I put on the Einharm missions I've been saving up. And then I have these, which gives me more chances to get breaches. And these breaches also have additional rare monsters, so that all what drops the splinters in the breaches is the rare monsters. So this allows me to get a lot more splinters in a breach. So I average around 20 to 25 each breach. And then I have this so that I can get some maps with additional blight encounter. Although I think these are pretty good because rogue markers and blueprints and contracts sell pretty well for everyone trying to do heist. Heist is actually another really good source of income. Now I have these. Now the important part is I have these stones that gives me more chance to be a Unatol. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Originally I wanted Zoth, but it just turns out that I rolled Unatol instead. So that's what we're left with. So every time we do a map, we put on a breach, 2 chaos, and then we put on an Einharm mission. And you can see that we get a lot of breach scarabs, and with how much the breaches are currently, because of people trying to do invitations and other stuff, it's definitely worth it if you get 25 splinters. So like about like a 5, 10, 15, 20 chaos return every map, especially if you get Chayulas, which are like 2 chaos per splinter. So it's super valuable, and I feel like just one way of making money. I was doing Uvastir before, but I got too annoyed buying Legion Scarabs, and this was just a lot easier and a lot less trading. The other method I know is you could do Lexajoris and get 1 Delirium Orb and do maps here. I think Delirium is super strong with, what's it called, Ultimatum. And it's a shame that this league had no Beyond and easy Nemesis currency. Most of these are actually really bad overall. So yeah, my method is Breach for now, but I'll keep you updated on anything else I do in the future. Now I wanted to go over some quick highlights from the stream yesterday. And many people don't know, so you see right here, Amber Amulet, right? So I always never pick it up because I assume it's the anvil. But guess what? The stream chat helped me out and literally saved me a lot of time, as you can watch in this clip. What amulet? Is this the Zoth thing? Oh, I was about to leave it on the ground, honestly. You can see I was about to leave it on the ground because I had no idea what it was. But I sold it for 4.2x. That's pretty fast. At the beginning of the stream, I also killed another Trial Master, and it gave me 6 Exalted shards this time. So actually slightly an upgrade from before when I got a 6 link worth 10 chaos. It's kind of weird how the Trial Master reward seems so bad, but maybe that's just my luck currently. The reward before was 10 stack decks, which I guess is slightly better, but still not the greatest reward. Still very hit or miss overall for the, what's it called, the Ultimatum encounters.
I have nothing more to give.
That was your fault. Hey, I fucked up really badly. I got lucky that Ultimatum was the first one that came out. That fucking radius is huge, by the way. Oh my goodness. Bombo.
Also recorded the quick video of the Breach Lord fight you just watched. This fight actually was very challenging. Took me like 3 attempts or so to finally kill it. And in the end, a lot of it comes down to luck with which comes out first. If you get Unatol, it was really bad, and it got duplicated both times I fought him earlier. But eventually we were able to get it down, so we only have the Feared left for Uncharted Realms. Now, today will be the day of the transition, so hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to show you like what a base aura stacker will look like, how much ES, defense, and DPS we will have on Spark or Arc. I will be streaming today the transition, and I stream every day on Twitch for like a good amount of time during the league start. But if this video has helped you out at all, if you want to follow me along on the journey as I continue on this league, maybe I'll do another build later on, and we'll see. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, and hope to catch you on the stream. And the aura stacker should be lit tomorrow, and see you later, and thanks for watching.